Yeah, that's not the way to start a show.
We just talked about this.
I think we might have jinxed it. You be alright? If you missed it, I just completely nailed him in the not funny bone with this guy right here. So on that note, hey everybody, my name is Michael Kelton. Tonight is part of a series we call the Sideman Song Swap. And the quick story behind that is just for the last 16 years or so, I've made a living as a sideman, playing drums for a bunch of great singer-songwriters. And in that time, I made a bunch of great friends who do the same thing I do, playing in bands or backing up other artists that also write and sing their own songs. So this is kind of a chance for us to get together and share some of our original music as well as songs and stories from the road. I think we might have just created a new story right now, unfortunately.
That was gnarly, man.
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay. That shit happens. Slowly regaining the feeling in these last two fingers, so I think we're alright. I think that's the hardest I've ever been hit in my funny bone in my life.
Are you saying I broke a record?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I feel really bad now.
Nah, dude, it's good.
Well,
We're gonna play some songs.
After I tune this guitar, we're off to a really good start tonight. I don't know if y'all noticed, but this is gonna be great. Okay, I apologize. It's a little bit better. Alright, the good news is I'm going to give you about 3.5 more minutes.
No, I think I'm okay.
So, I'll start off with a story that's not really about the road, but real life happenings in the last 48 hours. My wife and I are currently shopping for daycare. Some care for our son, and in doing that, she reached out to this one in-home daycare, and the girl was talking to her and said, "Hey, I noticed your last name. Do you know Michael Kelton?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm married to him." And it's like, "That's crazy. My cousin is a Texas country artist by the name of Kat Hasty. If you don't know who she is, really great artist." Well, her cousin takes care of kids, and so she's like, "Yeah, that's crazy. I have a song of his on my playlist, blah blah." And I was kind of just taken aback in this moment because, you know, not a lot of people know who I am, especially by name or by songs, but she called out a specific song she really liked, and I haven't played one of these in a long time, or played it in a long time, so I'm going to start off with that one. It's a song I wrote for some good friends of mine, a couple who are either madly in love or at each other's throats, and those are the only two options. It's called The Deep End. It's only highs and lows. It either does or it don't. But we've never been the kind who ride down that easy road. Walking on a fine line, it always comes down to win or lose. Oh, but I bet my last dime every time, put it all on me and you. You say love ain't easy, Lord knows we prove it right sometimes. They call us crazy, 'cause we've never been afraid to fly. Never toes in the water, we jump right in. Sink or swim, that's how we did. Loving in the deep end. We've had our backs to the wall, we push each other to the edge. We always end up closer when we get close to calling it quits. But after every long night, once there's nothing left to lose, oh, it's only black or white, black or white. There's only me and
say love ain't easy. Lord, don't we prove right sometimes? They call us crazy, 'cause we've never been afraid of flights, never toes in the water. We jump right in, sink or swim, that's how it is. Loving in the deep end. They say love ain't easy, and we prove them right sometimes. Yeah, maybe. No, we've never felt so alive. Love ain't easy. Who knows we prove it right sometimes. They call us crazy, 'cause we've never been afraid to fly. It's never toes in the water. We jump right in, sink or swim, that's how it is. Love in the deep end, love in the deep end, love in the deep end. They say love ain't easy.
Thank you guys, thanks man. How many times has I played that one? Thank you for the beautiful accompaniment. I take it you're feeling okay.
Yeah, mostly. In the spirit of the Sideman Song Swap, I'm gonna play a song that I wrote with the man who officially made me a Sideman for the first time. Micky Brown from Micky the Motorcars is the band that I started my career with, and wrote this song with him. I guess it's been about 3 years ago. KMBT and New Braunfels played it a lot. People seem to like it. It's called Wait For Me. I've never been accused of moving too fast. How far you away to let all the good ones go? And I just wanna give my love and make it last. I tell myself to wait, and when it's right I'll know. And I just wanna say to her if she's out there, baby, you wait for me. 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 Looking pretty shaken, you say you missed your plane. I think I'm driving your way. Looks like you caught a break. I'll warm up the engine and we'll be on our way. space. You'll have my heart forever, a promise I can keep. In your hand is enough. I'll give you every piece of my love. But if St. Peter calls you up before me, will you wait for me? Baby, wait for me. Will you wait for me? Baby, wait for me. Will you wait for me? Baby, wait for me. Thank you.
Dustin Schaefer, everybody. I was just remembering on the way up, we talked about a spot down in Braunfels called Villa Green, and I remember going to see you do your full band thing there one time, and my wife and I went, and she was probably 7-8 months pregnant at the time, and y'all kicked off, and she was like, "It's too loud. We have to move." And so I went to the side for a little bit, but it was one of those things like we couldn't stay very long, so we walked out the front door, and as we were leaving, I heard y'all do that song by The Darkness. Does everybody know what I'm talking about? You know the band The Darkness?
Yeah.
If you heard the song, you'd recognize it, but it's probably higher than 98% of men can sing, and he nailed it. We stopped outside the venue. I did not know you could do that. It was very impressive.
Probably won't be singing that one tonight.
I'll connect that to another story later, don't worry.
Okay, cool.
But from there, let's see. I'll play you guys a song that I'm recording right now. We're pretty far along in the process. And speaking of my wife being pregnant, this song I wrote for our boy. He's 2.5 now. And I wrote it as if he was kind of the perspective of the song as if he were a teenager. But I feel like I've spent so much of my life looking ahead to like things that I haven't gotten to yet, the next stage, the next accomplishment, thinking that, well, once I get there, it's all going to make sense, it's all going to click. And as much as I think there's nothing wrong with looking ahead, if you do it too much, you might miss out on today, the here and now. And so I'm hoping I can instill in him a little bit more of the idea of living in the moment. That's kind of what this song is about. It's called Around the Bend, and like I mentioned, we're almost done recording it. It's coming out pretty good. I think it'll probably come out in April. Just doesn't want to be in the mood tonight. It's called Around the Bend. When I was your age, she was a two-tone white and baby blue. Step aside 4 for 22 and changed. And I knew once I could get those keys and make them mine, my new life would start up like that old blue 302. And then I'd ride off in that sunset, and now my dreams will have come true. With all my troubles gone, I'd be set. From that point on, no, I couldn't wait. Until then, it was just around the bend. I met your mama, and I sold that truck to buy a ring. Knew I would give her anything, but then she gave me you. But it wasn't easy. All those sleepless nights and overtime. Once I could find work that paid right, I'd spend all my time with you. And we'd all ride off towards that sunset, when all our dreams will have come true. With all our troubles gone, we'd be set. From that point on, though I couldn't wait. Until then, it was just around the bend. You got your eyes on that horizon. Used to hear it call my name. Life ain't waiting for you on the other side. Oh son, it's the ride. So when you ride off towards that sunset, I hope your dreams, they all come true. When those troubles come, don't you hurry, no, don't you run. 'Cause life is just the moments that we get, getting around the bend. Just getting around the bend. Thank you, guys. All right,
May I have a little more vocal in my wedge? Just like the tiniest, tiny bit.
I think it'll be coming up shortly.
Unlike you, I did not prepare a song list, so.
It makes it funner sometimes.
Okay, I'll play like kind of an old one that I re-released pretty recently. It's kind of a party song about doing bad stuff. You know, I've done a lot of bad stuff in my life, and I've written a lot of songs about it. This is a song about doing bad stuff with a even worse woman. No, she's not that bad. We're both young and just stupid, and she did suck pretty bad, but she made me write some pretty good songs, I think, so we'll take it. This is called Wild Nights. It's more of a, it's not really one I play a lot acoustic, but you know, why not? You're so wrong for me, but you trap me like a magnet. Just a tragedy. I want it, but I can't have it. I just want your wild nights. Wild nights. I can't take your two time and wait, but I can't take it when you walk away. there ain't no moderation. I just want one of your wild nights, wild nights. I can't take your two-time ways. Just like I knew I would. I can't take one more of your wild nights, wild nights, wild nights, wild nights. I can't take your two-time ways, but I can't take you when you run away.
Man, y'all had a busy year. Do you have a favorite show from this year?
Golly. Yeah, probably Red Rocks. That was pretty good. That was pretty good, not gonna lie. That was the best day of my life. Actually, you know, Red Rocks is such a special venue because it's, you know, it's. Has anyone been to Red Rocks? I mean, it's like when you're playing Red Rocks, when you're on stage, you're looking up, like, to a sea of people. There's two giant cliffs, things on either side of you, and it's just like, it has like an aura about it, and just like knowing the people that played there, you can't suck. Like, you have to do good, you know. We like, and I would say like props to, like, we really stepped our game up and like had about as perfect of a show as we could have played. And then fast forward to November, we got to play the Ryman in Nashville, and that was another one that was like, you kind of elevate your game to the venue. You know, we're professionals and we always try to play perfect every night. That's the goal. We're also human beings and we don't always play perfect every night. But I would say Red Rocks because it was Red Rocks, and then the Ryman. The Ryman, like, man, I don't know why I was like a little apprehensive about the Ryman because I don't know if you feel this way. Like, anytime I play in Nashville, I feel like more pressure because there's so many musicians and everybody's so good. And like, you just feel like hyper scrutinized. Whereas like Red Rocks, like, there's a lot of our friends, like, we're a good time and like we're having fun. But as soon as we stepped on stage at the Ryman, I was just like, this is gonna be great. And it was super fun. So I would say Red Rocks #1, the Ryman very close second.
Yeah, those are two pretty damn good shows.
Pretty good ones, man.
I think I hear you on the Ryman. I played that for the first time this year actually, and you can walk out the back door straight into Roberts, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the guys that are on stage there are
better than you.
Yeah, like, they have more chops than the guys that are on stage at the Ryman. It's pretty. Nashville's that kind of town. It's crazy.
That's why I think I was more nervous because it's like you just like there's like randomly might be like someone super important and famous at the show just because they're there, like, and they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that works for you or something. It's like, oh well, hey, Vince Gill was at your show or something, you know, like, it's like, what? You know,
You never know.
you never know, and that's why I think I was a little more nervous about the rhyming. But it was a great show, and we had a lot of fun, and we drank a lot of alcohol afterwards. It was great. Dude, I didn't even know the Roberts thing was.
I didn't know that was an option.
I didn't know that was like a thing. Like it was backed up to Roberts.
We did it with breakfast back in September. We had the owner of Roberts.
Man, I wish I would have known that.
Like, she was bringing us food, and it was just to-go boxes full of water bottles with whiskey and
Yeah.
Dude, that's
By the way, everybody meet David. He's better known. Okay, better known as Pickle, I like to say. I don't know why David spent a good, couple of years? Is it longer than
just over 3.
that? Okay. He spent 3 years on the road with the Pat Green crew, and I don't know what it is, but that crew, everyone gets nicknames. Like, nobody goes by their real name, so he was Pickle from day one almost. So yeah.
Can I ask how you got the name Pickle?
You're not allowed to ask that, actually. That's specific story we're not allowed to tell
The
you.
real story, maybe the story Pat made.
Maybe we'll wait till after the show. You can tell me off the record, off in front of me.
Let's see. On that note, I want to play you guys a song I wrote about San Angelo, Texas.
By the way, that last one you played, I don't think you. That's the first time I've heard that one. I think.
It's newish.
Yeah,
Newish.
pretty cool, man.
I wrote that one about a year ago when we just finally got around to starting to record last month, so I'm excited to get that one out. This is a song that's not new. It's on an EP I put out a little over a year ago called Beyond the Setting Sun, and it's a collection of what I like to call dusty western songs. And this one is about San Angelo. I used to love going to San Angelo, which is a phrase you probably hear very often.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say those words consecutively.
But when I first started playing drums in the Texas country realm, I was playing for a guy named Mark McKinnon, and we played a lot. We played West Texas all the time. He was originally from out west, so that might have something to do with it. But man, I don't know. The shows out there were always well attended. There was a college in town, so somebody's always throwing an after party. It was always fun. So I remember getting in the van every time we'd go to San Angelo and just getting super excited. And it's been a long time since those days. People grow up, move on, and I hadn't been to San Angelo in a while, but a songwriter buddy of mine, a singer-songwriter named Tyler Gummershaw, was in Texas to play some shows, and he said, "Hey, do you want to do this one-off show with me in San Angelo?" I said, "Absolutely." And I got in the car and just kind of realized that feeling wasn't there. And got to San Angelo and we played the show.
I mean, you weren't stoked to go to San Angelo?
Yeah.
Weird. I'm sorry for anyone that's maybe from that area. I just like West Texas is not my favorite place.
But man, I went out there and we played the show and I had a great time. And as I walked out, I kind of looked around and just realized it wasn't the place. It was a time and a people. And so that's where this song idea came from. It's called Dust on My Lips. This old road ain't what it used to be. The promises have lost their grip. There was a time I feel this valley breathe, but the wind no longer speaks to me, just leaves dust on my lips. And all I used to know, where did him go? Where did him go? This old blacktop light has seen it all. I used to feel alive under its glow. We got so high and swore we'd never fall. But like the station walls, we all moved on and left nothing to show. And all I used to know, where did him go? did him go? Looking back, it seems so far. So why do I still feel my heart race when those days they come to mind? I wouldn't go back if I could, but memories can feel so good that for a moment I forget why I left behind. All I used to know, where did him go? Where did him go? And all I used to know, let him go. I let him go. Guys, you know, somewhere along the way I learned that my favorite chord is whatever that was. I've only put it into 2 songs because it's kind of weird, but
It's the Amber chord in Amber by 311.
it's the color of your energy.
Don't give up your independence. It feels so right.
Learn something every day. Chris Watson was my guest a month or 2 back here at the Post, and I was talking about, man, I love this chord. And he goes, oh yeah, that's the F11 flat
Oh,
7,
yeah, dude.
whatever. And I was like, I can't jazz chords today. I'm sorry. That's out of my capabilities. But he named it. I shortened it down. Anywho.
What song should I play?
You have one about St. Angelo, right?
San Angelo is my favorite place in the world. I can't wait to go back. I love San I really hope I know how he's from San Angelo. I've actually had some pretty fun nights in San Angelo. I just like, man, West Texas is just dry and flat, and
You can't not have fun at Blaine's though.
see, we didn't do Blaine's like that much. We always play like, when I played for Micky, we would play like the Rock and Roll, like whatever big honky tonk club, and play for like 68 people in a room that holds 1,300 people, which is probably why I wasn't very stoked on going to San Angelo or Lubbock or Midland, and it was always the same for those towns because we weren't really like when you get to that part of Texas, if you're not a dance hall band, then it kind of like don't love you that much, and we didn't really sell that many tickets, so we come play Fort Worth and crush it, you know. So like Fort Worth, I really love Fort Worth. I really do like Fort Worth a lot. So.
Do you remember the last time that you and I played together on the same stage?
Midland. Yeah, because I paid a lot of money to play one freaking song or 2 songs. That's always nice. No, we played this private deal, and like our band and Pat played, and we got to do like kind of the opener, and it was just like a bunch of rich dudes, and they're like, "Hey, you want to like?"
I tricked them into letting me open the show.
Yeah, well, good on you. Thanks for that. Probably spent that money on something stupid.
No, you saved up. To buy a house.
Oh, yeah. I went house shopping today. That sucked. Let me tell you what you can't buy for under $300,000. I'm an expert now. I'm gonna get serious for a second. I'm gonna sing you guys a song I wrote about my grandmother when she passed away. She passed away, I believe, in 2014. And I wrote the song, I kind of sat on it for a few years and was perfecting. I had like a bunch of different verses, and finally, this is what it ended up being. It's called Saint Irene. When I talk to God, but nobody is listening. When the man in the mirror's got something missing. When I have waged a war upon myself, feel I'm headed straight to hell when I pray. I am but a child of rock and roll. The whiskey and the women take their toll. She'd look at me with shameful eyes if she was still here to recognize the kind of life I chose to lead. So I pray to Saint Irene. Oh, I pray to Saint Irene. I know that I was raised a better way. If she was still here, she'd have some things to say. I keep a picture up on my dashboard when I'm feeling insecure. I pray to Saint Irene. Oh, I pray to Saint Irene. Christmas comes around and I hold hands with my mom and dad and all my cousins. I got about a dozens, and we all say our piece and pour ourselves in these. Shout out Zane Williams in her name. And we pray to Saint Irene. Oh, we pray to Saint Irene. Oh, we pray to Saint Irene. Thank you.
It's a great song. Great symphony.
Thank you, man. I
I
appreciate
always love that one.
Thanks, man.
That kind of made me think of a song that this next song started as a song idea. We were about to go in the studio to do Pat Green's last record, and it was maybe 2-3 weeks before going into the studio. Pat sent me this. He's like, "Hey, I have this song idea. I think we should write it together." And so we started kind of sending ideas back and forth, and then at one point he stopped responding. I thought maybe he just lost interest in the song, but I didn't think that much of it. Well, we get in the studio, and we want 10 songs on this record, but we only have 8 that we know we're recording. And so once we get through those 8, we kind of start having the talk of like, all right, what are we doing for these last 2 songs? And Pat says, hey, play the one we just wrote for everybody. And I was like, the verse and like half chorus we come in. He's like, yeah, play it. And I was like, okay. So he hands me a guitar, and I play it. And afterwards, the producer looks up. And he's like, can you finish that by tomorrow morning? And I said, I'm going to do my damnedest. So I stayed up really late that night and worked on the song, and next thing you know, we wake up the next morning and literally like start tracking it first thing the next day.
Hell yeah.
So I've never seen a song go that quickly from being written to being recorded and all that stuff. So it's kind of a fun process to keep on. But it's a song that's, the original idea is kind of about family members that might be passed already but still have an impact on your life. And it's called Echo. Every time I hear Glenn Campbell, I think about you. In that moment I can always find the southern nights coming up the hallway, and I'm home again in such a simpler time. Back when the world was ever gentle on my mind. With thunder through the canyon, ripples on the water, traces of our parents speak within our sons and daughters. White lines on the highway, waves upon the coast, and I hear the echo. Last time that I felt this way, I called you. There for me just like you'd always been. But now I stare up at the horizon, and there's oceans in between us, but I know I'm not alone. With thunder through the canyon, ripples on the water, traces of our parents speak within our sons and daughters. White lines on the highway, waves upon the coast, and I hear an echo in the distance, an echo through the years. And even when we drift apart, I hear time I hear Glenn Campbell, I think about you. And I'm home again in such a simpler time. With thunder through the canyon, ripples on the water, traces of our parents speak within our sons and daughters. The first words to last breath, like shadows come and go, and I hear the echo, and I am the echo, and I am the echo. That one's called Echo. Actually, so y'all can find that on Pat's last record called Miles and Miles of You. And I meant to bring, I came across some extra copies of that. I meant to bring one to give away to one of you tonight. But it didn't make it into the car. So, here's what we're gonna do. How many of you carry around your phone most of the time?
If you're not
It's
raising
like
your
the ones
hand,
of you,
you're
yeah, that's where I was going with that. If you have Instagram on your phone, follow the Sideman Song Swap. And even if you already do, unfollow and follow it again. And from that list tonight, later on, I'll pick one and I will ship you that record. Because I'm shipping out another one on Monday, so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And it's vinyl, by the way. I don't know if that matters if you have a turntable or not. It'd still be a cool kind of like gift to get. But yeah. So I'll call one of you out by name, or by name, or whatever your Instagram handle is. So if you have a weird Instagram handle, just get ready to be called out by it.
meant to do a song that I probably wasn't going to do.
One of the many reasons I love this deal.
Yeah, man. So speaking of everyone having their phones on them at all time, which we all do, you know, I'm certainly guilty of it. I don't sing this song from a judgmental standpoint because I'm just as bad as anybody else. I wrote this song a couple years ago, have a music video out for it, and you know, I kind of, it's funny, a buddy of mine kind of called me out on it. It's like, so I'm like supposed to watch this music video about not being like on my phone. I have to watch it on my phone. It's like, it kind of got me. And the song is kind of like the full band version of the song is like this super, I have this like crazy guitar lick, and it's very busy and crazy. It's like a rock and roll song. And in the spirit of the song, I've kind of done it, I've started to do it broken down like this, and it actually kind of makes more sense. And it's called Disconnected. It's about being on your phone too much. Sick and tired of living life in the palm of my hand, losing out on precious time, living like a real man. I know that there's more to life than this. The only need for other people is to find more bars in a jail that is herself, might as well be living on Mars. I know that there's more to life than this. We have become so disconnected. I wish we were so disconnected. With my mother and my father, not a word's been said. The battery that fuels the conversation has run dead. I know that there's more to life than this. Let me tag you so that the world knows we're all here. Wish I could snap us to the past where things were simple and clear. I know that there's more to life than this. We have become so disconnected. I wish we were so disconnected. We have become so disconnected. I wish we were so disconnected. How did we become so disconnected? Thank you.
All right, I've got 2 songs. I'm going to give you guys a choice, and it's really easy. You just have to pick red wine or whiskey.
Whiskey.
Okay, we're going whiskey. Which is good because that went from a sad breakup song, and now it's going to be a happy drinking song.
I'll do the other one.
This is a song I wrote with my buddy. I mentioned him earlier. His name's Tyler Gummersall, and he lives out in Prescott, Arizona. It's not Prescott, it's Prescott. I have been corrected. But he comes to Texas usually once a year for a few months and does a bunch of shows around here. So if you're into like really old school traditional style country, I highly recommend you go see him. But I played a show with him down in San Antonio at the Lonesome Rose, and I showed up, we said our hellos, and we walked over to the bar, and he said, "I got you. You want a ranch water, right?" And I don't know why, but the first thing that came out of my mouth was like, "No, son, it's whiskey weather." And he's like, "Okay." And so we got some whiskey, sipped it, and I had to explain, like, when it's hot outside, I lean towards tequila. But once it gets cold outside, I switch to either whiskey, sometimes red wine. But it had just gotten cold for the first time that year, so I was excited to sip on some whiskey. Anyway, we played that show, had a great time. But a few days later, he calls me, he's like, "Hey man, we need to get together and write that song." I was like, "What song?" He said, "Whiskey Weather." I was like, "Oh, okay. I hadn't thought about that, but sounds cool." So we wrote this song, and it's about that exact situation I just described. I think he's in the middle of recording a version of it right now, so it might exist out there soon. Chill in the air, first time this year. Felt in denim, but it's finally here. Let down the lonesome roads, lay up to the bar, or I could order up the usual. She just said, "Bless your heart, it's whiskey weather. No more salt or lime. Oh, it's been a long, fun summer, but honey, I think it's time to break out the good stuff and sip it straight tonight. There's nothing better. Oh, it's whiskey weather. Just last week, she didn't think twice. In that kind of heat, but it's agave on ice. But now it's time to hold her close, slow dance by the fire. We'll sing up a barrel-aged toast with the bourbon tonight. 'Cause it's whiskey weather. No more salt and lime. Oh, it's been a long, fun summer, but honey, I think it's time to break out the good stuff and sip it straight tonight. There's nothing better. It's whiskey weather. It's whiskey weather. No more salt and lime. Oh, it's been a long, fun summer, but honey, I think it's time to break out the good stuff and sip it straight tonight. anywhere. Something like that. Should there still be whiskey drinkers out there? I should be joining you, but I don't know.
Apparently it's also red wine weather.
Yeah.
And water.
Well, I'll take a few seconds to say thank you guys so much for being here. It means a lot to us. It's a very different thing for us to get out on a mic exposed like this.
For sure.
It's so much fun. I'm glad you guys come to enjoy it because we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys in the post. So thank you to the post.
Yeah, thanks.
What do you think?
I don't know. That's a
Put you on the spot.
thinking a lot of things and nothing at the same time. I'm actually I'm gonna play a cover. And I'm gonna preface this by saying we've both been playing music on the professional level a pretty long time, I would say.
Longer than I like to admit.
Yeah, same. I think for me, 12 and a half years, 13 years almost. And I have a ton of respect for any other musician that gets on stage and does the thing. And it's all, on the flip side, it's also not often that I'm impressed by a band. You know, like, oh yeah, those guys are good. They're super tight, you know, great, blah, 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 blah. But like, to actually be like blown away by a band, as much as I wish it wasn't the case, it doesn't happen to me very often. And go back to, I think it was this summer, we were supposed to play this festival in Chattanooga called Moon River, and we got rained out, which kind of sucked, but the band before us was so freaking good. Like, I was blown away. Like, which, like I said, doesn't happen to me very often, but like instant fan. Just like, they were tight, their songs were cool, they had a great vibe. I was like, man, these guys are so awesome. And I played this song that I'm gonna play you guys on repeat for like a month. I guarantee I made this band like $100 on Spotify, which, if you know how much Spotify pays, that's a lot of spend. Yeah, this band, they're called Flip Turn, and I think they're out of Florida. I think they're out of Florida, and this song's called August. And I usually sing this song in a different key, so bear with me, it's gonna be what it is, so. August honey tasted sweeter with you. Sticky fingers from your residue. Do you remember you used to breathe so loud? Do you remember the taste, the sound? And it sounded so damn good, and it tasted just like it should. We don't talk about it, we don't have the time. We thought that was something we were meant to find, but now you're a stranger and I'm still July. But do you remember August, honey, you were mine.
What's that name again?
The band is called Flip Turn. Flip Turn.
Nice.
Like Flip Turn. The song is called August. I swear to God, I play that song 1,000 times in a month. Their version's so dope. And it's a lot higher to sing, which is why I don't sing in that key. They were really good.
I still want you to play the darkness too.
Dude, nah, bro.
Well, I think I'll play you guys another song that I'm recording right now, and it's proving to be pretty tricky because it's hello friend, because he's messing it up. Just kidding. Love you, buddy. I wrote this song about a statue, or for a statue. I can't decide. Sorry, sculpture. Is there a big difference between a statue and a sculpture?
I think it's the process in which it was made, perhaps. Sculpture would be
I'm glad you
crafted by I'm just spitballing, I don't know that. That would be my guess.
This song was, let's see, a lot of people don't know this, but Pat Green also paints and sculpts, and I don't know a lot of his work, but there's one sculpture that's always kind of stuck in my head, and I sat down to write one day, and it was just kind of haunting me. It's this sculpture of a cowboy, but the best I can describe it is like if Tim Burton did a dark western. It's only like this big, but its legs are like this thin, and it's like creepy in this kind of haunting way. And I sat down and wrote the song.
What is his medium? Like, what does he make them out of? Are they clay or?
Yeah, clay, and then they get bronze eventually.
Nice, that's pretty cool.
Which is, it's kind of weird because every once in a while we'd get in the bus and there would be a sculpture in the middle of the front lounge and table. What's that doing here? I'm like, oh, somebody bought it. We're dropping it off in Arkansas tomorrow. Or what? But yeah, Pat is a very good artist in very many respects. And yeah, I'm excited to send him the song that I wrote about his sculpture. By the way, everyone say hi to John. John just walked in. I want to embarrass him a little bit. John is, I think I've co-written more songs with John than anyone else in the world, and he's the only person I trust to produce songs when I record them and stuff. So thanks for stopping by, buddy. This song is called Take Me Back. Dust-ridden town, propped on the wind, an old troubadour sings a young man's lament. He strums his guitar with a lonesome tune and dreams of a place that he left too soon. Through canyons deep in agave bloom, echoes a voice familiar and true. He walks the trails with the centuries tall. A lifetime ago, if it happened at all. Oh, take me back to the land of my dreams, where the desert still whispers and the river still sings. And there's still a taste on the cool morning air, and I know it's out there somewhere. Take me back. The Rio flows with the desert's own blood. Its secret starts where justice was done. Love that was cast under stars big and bright, the same stars that let him escape with his life. Oh, take me back to the girl of my dreams. I still hear her whisper on your distant breeze. A hint of her perfume still floats on the air, and I know she's out there somewhere. Take me back. He still strums that guitar, the land so vast. Deep down he knows that his time is past. One day soon he'll find his way home. He sends up a desperate prayer of a song. Oh, take me back, land of my dreams, where the desert still whispers and the river still sings. Nobody listens, nobody cares. Still I know it's out there somewhere. Take me back, take me back. That's a good one. You didn't have a song about San Angelo. Are you going to tell me you don't have a song about sculptures?
No, I don't think so, man. Gosh, maybe I should though. I like that one. Or yeah.
Statues.
I'll write one about statues.
It's kind of a touchy subject the last couple of years.
You care to elaborate on that?
I'm not the only one, right?
Oh, yeah, I got you. I see where I'll play a new one. This one is called The Curse. And I'm probably going to shoot a music video for this one at the end of the month. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, kind of it. I'm working on an album right now, and I am playing all the instruments on it. And unlike Michael, I'm not that good at drums, so it's taking a little bit longer than I had planned. I have a couple tunes recorded so far. This is the second one. I played that song Wild Nights. It was like, I think the first song I played, or the second song I played. That was one of them. I had cut that one on an old album. Took it off of the cloud just because it didn't really have the production value. Recut it, I played all the instruments on it, and then this is another one that I played all the instruments on, which tracking was interesting because we used, apparently Dave Grohl has a technique in the studio where he'll track the shells and cymbals separately because it's like easier to mix. Like when you don't have all the bleed from the drums, you can make like the toms and the kick and the snare sound super huge. So it's super weird to like play drums. Like, dude, I had a huge bruise on my left because I had to play like hi-hat on my leg. Like, you know.
I was wondering, so you go to hit a crash and when you just don't?
You just don't. But you gotta keep a beat. You know, you can't just like play like kit like that. You gotta like. And so I was just beating the shit out of my leg and just had a giant bruise on my leg from doing this. The song sounds great. It works. It was very hard to do. Yeah, I'll just play the song and shut up now. It's a curse. We were never meant to be. I'm the worst, but you bring it out of me. A never-ending game. We're just players in a hologram. Things will never change. You're a woman and I'm a hollow man. It's the way that you look when you're mad at me. Got me in, got me hooked, it's the bad in me. Ain't no denying I'm lying. You're so beautiful, it hurts. and day. My favorite drug and my favorite play. It's the way that you feel when I touch your skin. Now you're addicted and you're too far in it. You got me vibing, barely surviving. You're so beautiful, it hurts. So beautiful, it hurts. So beautiful, it hurts. So beautiful, it hurts. Pretty bitchin' guitar solo that goes right here.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Run away, sweet darling, while you still have a chance. The hills are high, but it's nothing you can't climb. Run away, sweet darling, while you still have a chance. The dreams are waiting upon some other time. Run away, sweet darling, while you still have a chance. The hills are high, but it's nothing you can't climb. Run away, sweet darling, while you still have a chance. Run away. So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you. There's a lot going on that way.
I knew you'd write a song about me one day.
How did you know?
Let's see. Before I play this next song, I do want to take a moment to tell you guys. Right before COVID hit, my wife and I started a little business. She's artistic in a million different directions. And one day I was about to throw away some guitar strings, and she's like, no, I'm gonna try and do something with that. She ended up making some jewelry out of it. And fast forward a couple of years, she was doing a lot of it and getting really good at it. And so eventually what we did is we teamed up with a bunch of bands, especially if you happen to be Texas country fans in here. We teamed up with bands like, we teamed up with Pat, we teamed up with Randy Rogers. There's even a collection from John Marlin over there. We've got a bunch of great bands on the roster, and she takes their used guitar strings, makes jewelry out of it, and then proceeds from those sales go to a nonprofit in Austin called Kids in a New Groove. And I love that we're getting to give back in that way because they give kids in the foster care system, they team them up with the music mentor, and if the kids stick with it and do good, they'll even give them instruments and stuff. And those kids get moved around so much that there's not a lot of consistency in their life, so that kind of helps give them something to be passionate about. And yeah, I just know that at that age, if I didn't have a drum kit in the garage to go release all of my angers and frustrations, I would have gotten into a lot more trouble. So she sent me with a bunch of extra stuff today. There's a bunch of bracelets from a bunch of different bands and stuff over there. But yeah, it's only 50 and a half weeks until next Christmas, so if you need some gifts, come see me, you guys should come. But I'll tell you guys the first song I put out under my own name, which I co-wrote with John back there. It's about a little trip my wife and I took to Ireland, And raise your hand if you've been to one of these before. Sideman Song Swap. Okay, and then there are a few guys who haven't, so okay, fine, I'll tell the story. I just feel like I've told this so many times.
I have some new input on this story too. Tell your story.
So you didn't even know what story I'm going to tell. Okay, so my wife and I took this trip to Ireland, and what a lot of people don't know is in Ireland, most of the cars, all the ones you can rent are stick shift, which is totally fine. I grew up driving stick, I love doing it, but you're on the other side of the car, so you're shifting with your left hand. And so as I'm trying to figure that out and get out of the rental car place, you immediately go into a 4-lane wide roundabout, going the wrong direction, by the way. And then you get out of that and you get on these country highways that are like this wide. You're still going 60, 70, sorry, how many kilometers?
110 kilometers.
I'm not good at math, so I'm gonna skip that part. But anywho, driving to Ireland was just equal parts exhilarating and terrifying. And also, while on that trip, we finally had a conversation that we decided we were ready to start trying to have a family. And it was some time went by before we actually got there, but I was trying to put that all into a song because right before we had our kids, somebody asked me, "How do you feel going back to your father?" And I said, it's kind of like driving in Ireland. And they're like, "What?" And I was like, no, equal, never mind. I tried to put it all in a song. It's called Driving in Ireland. It goes like this. I'll let you finish after this. Going 75 on the wrong side and you were just laughing. As my hands were shaking, shifting through the gears. We were strangers in a new land, with accents they didn't understand. I'll never forget first time behind the wheel. You and I, caught in the countryside, so alive, but terrified at the same time, scared and excited, falling and flying, driving in Ireland. One part whiskey, 2 parts wanderlust, and dug the truth right out of us. Well, half a world away, we made a stand that cloudy day, with cobblestone streets to keep our secrets safe. You and I, caught in the countryside, so alive and terrified at the same time, scared and excited, falling and flying, driving in Ireland. Now with the baby on the way, they ask me how I feel, and all I know to say is I'm scared, I'm excited, it feels like falling, and it feels like flying. It feels like driving in Ireland. You and I, caught in the countryside, so alive and terrified at the same time, scared and excited, falling and flying. It feels like driving in Ireland. Driving in Ireland. Oh, driving in Ireland. guys. And thank you, John, for helping me write that song.
So I do not have any children, but our band. Okay. I did have the distinct pleasure. So our band we toured over in the UK in Denmark earlier this summer. I think it was in August or September maybe. And our tour manager requested an automatic vehicle, which we did not receive. And our fiddle player used to date an Irish girl that lived in the UK. So he was like, oh, I got this. And he hops in this van. He was about 8 feet, installs it out. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he's just getting the hang of it. And he does that like 2 or 3 more times, and I'm like, okay, well, you're not driving. And none of our crew guys know how to drive a stick, so I volunteered as tribute, and I got to drive in the UK on the wrong side of the road, on the wrong side of the car. And yeah, you don't get to like practice. You just like go, okay, just remember, go left. Like it's so weird. So like if that's what having a kid is like, it's kind of scary. But yeah, I remember telling Mike, I'm like, hey, I can relate to your song now because I got to drive a stick shift and we were in London, which is like a super busy, huge city, like driving this huge metropolitan city on the wrong side of the road, on the wrong side of the car, and I don't know where I'm going. There was one, I remember like I only got honked at one time, but it was like within 5 minutes of leaving the rental car place, and I'm at this intersection, and like this light is green and this light is red, and I don't know whether I'm supposed to like go or stop, and like this car just whizzes past me and honks at me, and like, okay, well, I guess I should go, but otherwise it was fine. And dude, they don't mess around on those 2-lane roads. Like it's chicken. You're just like, okay, who's gonna pull over and let the other person go? Because it is like they're this freaking wide, and there's no shoulder. There's no like it's pretty gnarly. It's a different world over there. I didn't kill us, so that's good.
Do you have a song about that?
No.
No sculptures, no San Angelo.
Yeah. No, dude, they don't know. Apparently Bennett doesn't know how to drive a stick either, and he was real confident about it when we got. Oh, my God! I used to date a girl. I've been in London. And he stalled the van out like 3 times in 30 seconds. Like, okay, maybe you're not driving. And I got to do it. It was actually kind of fun, but pretty scary.
Fun and scary. See?
Is that like having a kid is like fun and scary?
It has been, yes. I can't put it much better than that.
Okay, I'll play one.
Lost track of time. Having so much fun.
I'll play one I wrote with my good friend Jay Poptek. It's my most popular song. I think it's earned me maybe like $8 on Spotify. That's like thousands of spins, just for the record. You're trotting like a tiger, leather on your legs. You set the boards on fire, breaking everybody's necks. The joker in the corner doesn't have a clue. He thinks he's getting warmer. He ain't never met you. You got a cold shoulder. You know how to shoot a man down. You got a cold shoulder, baby. Breaking every rock in town. never spent $1. She always drinks for free. Don't you know she'll never call you? But she's something to be seen. You got a cold shoulder, you know how to shoot me down. You got a cold shoulder, baby, breaking every heart down. She's got a cold shoulder, she can make a man a clown. She's got a cold shoulder, but she's the hottest thing around.
Dustin Schaefer, everybody. So I usually end this thing with a kind of a cover that everyone can sing along to, and I'm gonna change that up today because I have a song I was supposed to play for you guys. I didn't do it yet. This song is gonna come out, I believe, on Valentine's Day.
Nice, dude.
I just got the final version back, I think, yesterday, today. And it's a song I mentioned in Ireland. We decided we want to start a family, and that little boy is 2.5 now. And I wrote this song for him. There's a very specific moment that inspired this entire song, but I like writing songs in a way that, if I can, makes it kind of open to interpretation. So the song could be about a significant other, a higher power, just someone who, in a certain moment, just makes you realize, like, every mistake and thing you've made along the way, they weren't necessarily mistakes if they got you where you're supposed to be. So, is a song I wrote for my little boy. It's called You. And I mentioned singing along earlier. We can still make this a sing along. I'm going to tell you right now the words to the chorus. The words to the chorus are you. Actually, that's it, it's you. So, hopefully you guys can memorize that. I know it's a lot to ask, but by the time we get to the last chorus, hopefully you guys can sing along, and we'll build on it, see where it goes. It's a song called You. I used to wonder where I'd be if I'd have kept a few more promises and made a few less mistakes. Instead of running with this guitar, if I'd have stuck it out a little bit longer, would I be better off today? I used to look back on what looked like the wrong path until you It's easy enough, right? Every wrong turn I made somehow intentionally placed, and all part of a plan. 'Cause every time I see you smile, every second and every mile, I start to understand. All just means to an end. Led me to this moment here with you. Join in whenever you feel it. Keep going. One more time. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dustin Schaefer.
Thank you, Michael Kelton.
Thank you, folks. We appreciate you guys being here. I forgot one important part. I have to figure out who's getting that vinyl. All right, and the official winner is Menande's 2. Oh, tomorrow's too late. Manana is too late. Who is that? Well, you just won yourself a new Pat Green Miles and Miles of You vinyl. Congratulations on coming to your play. Once again, thank you guys so much for being here. It means the world to us. Y'all have a great night and get home safe, and we'll see you next month.